how important geothermal is for
Indonesia.
Indonesia, yeah, the country with the biggest geothermal resources in the world. So there's a lot of fields to develop, and that means there's a lot of staff needed to be trained. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Johnson, is that the way to pronounce that?
Ludwig.
Ludwig. Yeah, Ludwig
That's
Johnson.
simple. You know, in Iceland,
Yeah.
the first name is the
First name.
important
Okay.
name.
So, Pak Ludwig, thank you very much for giving us the time, this opportunity. I'm not an engineer myself. I'm a lawyer, unfortunately. But when you took me to all the rooms here, it reminds me of my time when I was a fellow at the Harvard Kennedy School. I was sitting there in a small cubicle room, doing my research and my papers. Yeah, so I kind of longing, doing the same things. If I can, go back to my old days, I would try to go there, stay, as a fellow or as a student. But back to the geothermal. Yes, you're right. Geothermal is very important for us, and we do have a lot of potentials. You have more knowledge than me in that respect. Yeah, you've been dealing with so many Indonesians. Although I kind of regret that. Yeah, you have more people from Pertamina and from the ministry. Yeah, I know that you have people also from Geodipa. Yeah, but that's also
on the governmental side.
part of the government.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not questioning that. Yeah, I'm just thinking, how can we bring the private sectors on board? Because doing geothermal is not only the job of the governments, the task of the governments. It has to be also undertaken by the private sectors. So that's why I kind of, it's not upset, but just curious, what sort of policy. Yeah, but it goes back to the arrangement between yours, university, and Indonesian governments, in that regard. I personally would prefer to have, participation. It's not a balance. Also from the private sectors, and also if it is possible to bring the provincial governments on board. I remember I come from North Sumatra. One regency near the borders of West Sumatra province and North Sumatra province, where we have a geothermal.
Yeah.
It used to be owned by Australian company, but it has been sold to Finnish company. So it is being operated by Finnish company at the moment. I've been there once. I don't know what is the progress, but it seems it is doing well. They are operating well, not as smooth as what they want to, but they are operating anyway. So we would, of course, would like to continue and expand the cooperations between our governments and UN geothermal training program. However, as I mentioned earlier, if it is possible to bring the others parties on board, that would also help Indonesians. I do understand that UNU geothermal project is under the Developmental Assistance Program of Iceland governments, Icelandic governments. So we are fully funded by them. Yeah. Of course, the funding is an issue here. Yeah. To what extent it can be funded, but one province in eastern part of Indonesia by the name of East Nusa Tenggara province. I don't know whether you're aware of that. It's a small province. Population-wise, they have only 5 million. Yeah, is it 5 million? Probably less than 5 million.
Yeah, small in Indonesian terms.
Yeah, next to Timor-Leste.
Yeah.
But they have a big ideas.
Mm-hmm.
They're planning to send around 500 people to Nordics, including Iceland. Participates in training program like this, geothermal, probably also tourism and others. And yeah, I would like to seek your advice, on what to do on these possibilities, whether it is possible or not, and if it is possible, what can we do, what sort of preparation we are going to have to make it materialize. Yeah. So this is the thing that I would like to bring your attention. Yeah. And as far as Pertamina is concerned, of course, Pertamina has a very strong division on geothermal already. They have all the resources. What we want also from you, what we expect if you could also assist us to open the door for us to meet with the players of geothermal business here in Iceland. Yeah, training, of course, this is the best place to do the training, but meeting, connecting with geothermal players in Iceland, that is something we would like to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
Why? There have been quite a number of inquiries. There have been quite a number of interests from Indonesian side. We have received a number of requests from them. One of them wanted to come here to find potential partners to do one geothermal project in Bali. I do have a very short description of the project in Oslo here. I'll be happy to share that with you, but I would like to be connected to the geothermal players here in Iceland. I know there are quite a number of companies here doing geothermal. I'm not so certain how many of them are present in Indonesia at this point, but if you could help us also in that regard, I would appreciate that very much. What else? Probably Pak Hendra, would you like to add something?
Later.
Yeah, Pak Nilda? Oh, Pak Wisnu, anything else to add? One more. Yeah. Probably I should mention this also to you. We're gonna have new honorary council in Indonesia.
New
Honorary council, in Iceland. Yeah. Mr. Andres Jonsson.
Okay.
I don't know whether you know him.
No.
He's a PR guy, running a PR company here in Reykjavik, and teaching number of courses at one of the universities. And also, at one point, he was TV host, for some kind of talk show, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's well connected, and have a quite good network with business communities here. So, certainly he will help. But again, thank you.
Well, you are very correct in what you say that the UNU Geothermal Training Program has been funded by the government of Iceland, and the funding that we receive annually is good enough for about 20 UNU fellows coming here for the 6-month training. And to that we have we train give a few new fellowships for master studies every year, as well as a PhD fellowship also. But we have also, basically, I should say, our emphasis is on the governmental side,
Okay.
But we have also an open door for private companies. But then the question of funding comes in,
Okay.
We have, in the last 10 years or so, a few of our students every year have been funded privately or from their home country. Kenya has been very strong in that, so every year we have had from 3 up to 10 extra Kenyas funded by the Kenyan energy companies, which are governmental, at least partially. This year we have a girl from Philippines, my Parada, geothermal field or geothermal company in the Philippines, who is financed by her company.
Okay.
We had a guy from China, also financed by his company. So the private business has come in here, But this has been on the governmental side. Why? It used to be a principle of the UNU that we were not really allowed to go outside the governmental side. It is not so close today, so we can take in people from the private companies. Has been on the governmental side. Why? It used to be a principle of the UNU that we were not really allowed to go outside the governmental side. It is not so close today, so we can take in people from the private company. What we are aiming at is usually building a group, an active group, with a background. Then it can be the ministry, it can be Pertamina, it can be anybody else, really, But to take just one there and one from the others and one somebody else, it is not really good. What we are aiming at is usually building a group, an active group, with a background. Then it can be the ministry, it can be Pertamina, it can be anybody else, really, But to take just one there and one from the others and one somebody else, it is not really good.
Interest on their part, So we would like you to seriously consider that, and we will not bother you with the financing. I think the financing would come from their side. So that's the the things that I would like to reiterate.
Well, as I said, we can do things, but if the financing can be solved, And I think that the emphasis, for example, that Kenya has put on sending students to Iceland for training, even at their own costs, is a very good sort of statement on the quality they think of the training that they think they are getting here.
Okay, it's noted. I hope we can get the information on the cost, on the cost of the training, including including the average cost of living.
Boarding and lodging.
Yeah, boarding and lodging.
Well, our
Many trainers can accommodate from one country maximum.
we have the biggest number we've had was probably 12 from Kenya. Kenya has been sending, this year we have 5. We invite 2 of them, and 3 are paid by Kenya. Nobody from Geothermal, but Pertamina being the biggest geothermal company in Indonesia, of course, gives them an advantage.
Okay. Fair enough.
I would like to, may I, Master Legislating, thank you, Mr. Ludwig, about your explanation. I would like to ask about the program itself. I say for once the participants from, once you have some representative from, let's say, Pertamina or maybe Ministry of Mining and Energy. Do you have does this institution have technical arrangement with them, or just based on this gentleman agreement, for instance? Is there any special arrangement or agreement?
Well, we visit the institutions that we are cooperating with. Yes.
Or you pay, or you make a visit?
Yeah, we make site visits. Yes. And there, generally the situation is such that if we are contacted by a country, now I'm talking just general,
yes,
and there is interest in starting to utilize geothermal energy there, or interest at least to train some people, because there is geothermal to be used, or possibly used already, but then we would generally make a visit to the country to sort of assess the status there, assess the strength of the institution, and then we would interview candidates that would be nominated to come for training in Iceland. So the final selection of a candidate is with us, within a group of nominated candidates. I was in Indonesia in, what was it, end of 2015 I think it was, and then I visited both Pertamina, the ministry, and Geothermal, and I interviewed some 40 candidates, 50 candidates during this visit. And Frida, and excuse me that I forgot to introduce her.
Hello, Frida.
She's our environmental scientist, and she was there again in 2000.
Last year?
Last year it was, yes, last year, yeah. And interviewed some additional candidates.
So the process itself is began 1 year before the program.
Yes.
Start.
But we try to, of course, to be practical,
Okay.
If we are going to cooperate with an institution or a company, we are not looking just at next year. So when I visit a country, or when she visits a country, then we want to see candidates that could be coming for the next 3 years approximately, or something like that.
And just to answer your question completely, we don't make any agreements with the institution that we visit for continuing training or anything like that. Every year we go through the evaluation and evaluate which country and which company in each country need the training. So it's not like we make a contract with this company and then continuously.
Yeah, so like for a certain period. Okay,
Yeah,
then.
every year we evaluate, the need for the training in each country, and then we go to the companies and evaluate it from that.
I understand. Thank you.
There is, though, one that we have for the training,
So the
the courses that we are giving abroad, which we are giving every year. And it means that every year we have about something close to 100 teachers, in some capacity working for us. But of course, we unfortunately we do not really have a funding from the government to keep teachers on full contract, so that then it would be much easier to do like you suggest. I often wanted to do this, you know, because our funding is not does not cover such costs, you know.
Okay, I understand.
There is one thing I should tell you also. There will be changes in the sort of but the leadership of the UNU, they want to change equality.
Yeah. When you talk about gender equality, are you talking about gender equality in terms of doing fishery,
No.
geothermal, and land restorations, or is that
It's a special program.
special program?
Yeah.
So you are
Teaching
this
people.
This is doing gender study.
Yeah. You should perhaps explain it better.
Yeah, it's basically a whole program that teaches everything related to gender equality in whatever aspect that appears. So they have students coming from different ministries, lawyers, NGOs, universities.
That's good.
And they go through the program just like our students go through our 6-month training program. Except the one thing about this one, it is in connection with the University of Iceland, so it's actually
Which one is gender?
it's a
Gender
program, yeah. So
equality.
it's a diploma course actually. They
Okay.
get a diploma and a
For
grading.
course of 6 months.
No, it's 5 months,
Five
Yeah.
months.
but it's a diploma course.
Okay. Okay. It's good to know.
But all the other programs have a gender policy though, in terms of gender equality.
How's it? Any American. Good.
But for the 3 other programs, we are of course cooperating with the Gender Equality Studies program through. We get lecturers from them to talk to our students as well, and then we in our selection of students, then gender equality is quite important.
Quite a number of Indonesian participants on gender equality program.
I have no idea.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
No,
Country.
Yeah.
We would like to connect them, Indonesian geothermal people. Yeah, I know you have all these people from Pertamina, but there are also other private companies who are interested in doing geothermal. Is that possible for you to get us, information?
The agreement last year.
Okay.
So that is very our main driver now to closer our cooperation with Iceland as well. So business to business.
Okay. Thank you, Lodek. Yeah, thank you. So, we'll be, in touch.
Yes. You have my email there.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Perhaps one thing you should know. This is my last year in office. I retire at the end of the year, but my position has now been advertised, so there will hopefully be a good successor. And I will be assisting him as needed to make a smooth transition there. So don't
But
worry.
you are still using the same email.
I'm still using the same email, yes. Well, the emails will all change at the end of the year, but they will be, shall we say, accepted. No, not your. I drink coffee. Yes.
But Indonesia has very good coffee. I just would like to give you one of them. This is Bajawa from East Nusa Tenggara. That's why I mentioned East Nusa Tenggara province.
Okay.
Aside from geothermal, they have also coffee there.